Hello there, this is Mr. Finglish and Talking Hands from Bad English Rex. This is kind of a concert review, but it's not. Listen and you can decide yourself. But Rammstein visited in Finland. Rammstein, I don't know how you pronounce, but in Germany they pronounce it quite close to that. They sold 30,000 tickets really quick, so they organized also another gig for same stadium in Tampere and that sold out also, I think. But when the concert was coming closer, they found another 2,000 tickets for maybe after they saw how big states were and something like that. If you're going to see Rammstein gig and you wanna be surprised, don't watch this. Or if you want to watch their gig from DVD, like Rammstein Live aus Berlin, really good gig, I like this, from early career, and you want to be surprised from DVD or Blu-ray, don't watch this. I saw this summer also Metallica. It was also nice, but it was totally something different. This was show, and I mean show. Like you on this, there's flames. Yeah, and this was spectacle, and maybe that is reason that I am not talking so much about music, but everything else. And I have to remind that the music is the reason I got interested from band. I don't think I first saw their live gig and I was, ooh, this is really good. First I heard music, and still the music is the reason that I like the band and how they sound, and not how they look or what they sing about. Well, often I don't understand what they sing in Germany, and I'm not so good in German. Aber ich liebe Deutsch sprechen. I remember one thing I got interested was singer's voice. Till Lindemann voice was so different, at least what I have been listening at that point. And it was German, and I like German language, just like I said before in German language. Okay, before gig we had some food, and my friend had suicide pizzas. Yes, they were called suicide pizzas, and one of my friend couldn't even eat it because it was so hot. I mean spicy, there was habanero or something like that. It was really strong chili. And my kebab, you don't see it on this video, but it was huge. I thought I had already eaten potatoes and grilled sausage and that kind of stuff before going there, so I thought I'd have just something small, and I had pita kebab, but it was full of meat. There was also double size. I'm thinking how big it would have been. Yeah. Warming up band was duo Jatekuk. Piano doing, playing Rammstein songs. On YouTube they sounds good, but live most of people didn't even listen or watch, as you can see on these videos. About Rammstein gigs, it was all small details, like these microphone stands. They weren't just standing there. Another guitarist had a stand that tilted down like this, and when you pushed something it came back. And another one had microphone that you pushed some button and it just went inside the States. Of course, how they all guys looked cool, different totally for everything else. And bass player had some net on him. It was, well, look, weird. Stage staff was wearing long sleeve clothes and gloves and helmet. Maybe it was for safety, but it also looked really nice. It fit all that, the whole thing. Rammstein started something like 2030, and now I'm going through what they played. First one was their newest records, Rammstein. It's their latest record from this year, Was ich liebe. I think it's something what I love, I would guess. When drumming started, I noticed that my nose hole was flattering to bass drum like this. I was like, wow! I think there was too much bass for me. Like, yeah, I mean too much bass for me. It might be also that I was in wrong place where we were standing, but it was good place because we saw stage really well, and we were lucky that there weren't really drunk people around us or other kind of bullies. Before gig there was drunken group, young guys. Maybe they have had their first beers or something ever. But they left place after one of them puked. I say that you don't have to worry there if your feet smell, because that would be the smallest problem. I was a little bit worried because some lady was standing there on puke with sandals. I heard from my friend later that bass was quite strong, because who I know, they heard to their home that music, and they live about 20 kilometers from stadium. Next one song was from Mutter album, Links 2, 3, 4. I like this song. And music video, which one you can find it from here, and of course YouTube nowadays. But then when this was released, YouTube wasn't the thing, so it was important to get that. Third one, Tattoo from new Rammstein album from this year. If I see this name, I don't recognize it, but this wasn't weird song for me because I had listened new album a couple of times from Spotify, and also maybe because it sounds basic Rammstein, like old school Rammstein style. I like it, and I have to get that new album. It sounds so good. Then came Sehnsucht from this album. I love this album. This is really good. Sehnsucht. And now I listened band's music more before this gig, and I noticed that I like most 3 first albums: Herzeleid, Sehnsucht and Mutter. So I was happy they played old stuff also. Then they played Zeig dich from new album. Don't get me wrong, I liked songs that they started with, but it felt some way that okay, this was it. I came to watch some reason it felt that it haven't lifted up enough. So, and one reason for these feelings was maybe that it was too light, and all the lights couldn't work so well, and flames. But it got better and better later when it was getting dark, and I was waiting spectacle. Number 6 was Mein Herz brennt from Mutter album. When I got Mutter album, I skipped usually this song. For some reason it felt so like burning heart, like I don't know. But nowadays I liked it also, this song. Cool was when floor that he was standing went down, the singer Lindemann, down, and he went with it, and door opened behind him, like on Starship or something, and he went the way maybe change clothes or something. Then number 7 was Puppe, Papi, Puppe, Puppe from new album Rammstein. This is the song I might like at least now most from new album, and live it was also nice. Lindemann, singer, brought with him big children pram, and of course there was flames. It was on flames, the pram, and lot of this on the air. This paper, small paper things, and it was so cool looking. Flames background and this, then it just worked so well. Yes, and camera on his face, and he was filming what he was seeing. Small thing, but it worked. Then came old stuff from Herzeleid, their first studio album, Hoirate mich. And here you see how keyboard player just walks around there and having fun. He was doing all crazy thing, like on Links 2, 3, 4. He was doing something that reminded sign language, like Kann man Herzen sprechen, kann man Herzen gielen. Well, it wasn't sign language, maybe, I don't know. I'm not so good at sign language. It was fun. And that disco jacket that he had, it was also cool looking. He was like walking disco ball. On one point they lighted him like a disco ball. That was also fun. And I'm not talking like lighted, but they like light was on him, not. For that I'm going to talk about later. And that was fun. He was like comedian of this show. You could just watch him all the show. He can be so fun, yes. Though on some point I was thinking, is he really playing on keyboards? Because some things were coming from tape, I think. In some point he was walking to his keyboards, and before he was even playing, I heard playing. I don't know, I might be wrong, but that I know that Justin Bieber didn't sing, but it's not about on this video. Then number 9 was Diamond from a new album. When this started I thought now they are going to play Seaman, because bass player came to sat down. It was good calm down moment. New song to me. So. Number 10 was Deutschland, and this was cool and also weird and a little bit also boring. Other guitarist was, I don't remember the name right now. He was lifted up on background, and this show turned to this EDM show, like you know. And then came the other band members came in dance in costume that they would have looked like stick figures. They were light, that were black clothes, but there was lights that made them look like stick figures. But in Finland it was too light this time, even though it was even. But winter is coming, but in winter you can't do this kind of thing outside. This was too long, if you ask from me. I'm not so into EDM music and remixes. It was fun and well done. It was well done, yeah. But it was remix from Deutschland song from new album, and then after this they played Deutschland. Good song. They played quite many from this album, by the way. If I can write 7 songs from 21 song was new one. I like when bands play also new songs, at least when I like them. Of course, I'm always waiting the hit song that I like also, because first demo was best, and after that all things have been shining. 11 was Radio from new album, new hit song. This Radio desert would have been cool, but there was too long lines and it would have costed 35 euros, or in US dollars 39 US dollar. $39 from t-shirt. That's a little bit, just this too much. Then came Mein Teil from Reise album. You know, quite good album, I don't know, but of course these are much better. On this song they brought Big Cattle on stage, and I was thinking how keyboard play could be there, because it had boiler was covered and there was smoke coming, and keyboard player was inside. I know it's not the same smoke that comes from if you burn something, but still, it's not so nice. I know that. I've been in that smoke. Then was all firing thing on him, and that must have been hot, because we were standing in crowd. I don't know how far, but it felt hot even there. And after that, the big hit, the biggest hit of big hits, I guess, from Sehnsucht album, Du hast. Du hast. I guess this is still the big hit that also people who don't listen to Rammstein might know. It has been on Matrix, Entourage, I don't know how to pronounce that. How High, American Horror Story, and Gilmore Girls. That couldn't be a bad song if it had been on Gilmore Girls. I understand, it's catchy song, and I love it also. This soothing they did also, I think they did also on this DVD, something like that. And this was filmed 98 maybe, and band was formed 94, so they have been like really early doing crazy stuff. 40, Sonne, that means sun, from Mutteralbum. Here comes the sun, is the hellste stenvunalle. Here comes the sun, it's the most bright star from all, something like that. Now it was quite dark, and for that reason all the flames and lights looked really nice. And on this song lights and flames worked really well together. Red or orange or something like that worked really well with the flames. I loved it. Oh. And then 15, Ohne dich from Reise also. Oh, and Sonne is from Mutter. But Ohne dich, they played this, but I have to say that I don't remember. I remember that he was singing it, but it's a great song, but maybe I was so much almost tired already, and there was Du hast and Sonne, and then came Ohne dich. Then it looked like band ended, so after that. On screen was told to people use LEDs, phone LEDs. Then they walked through the crowd to another stage, because there was another stage that the duo Jetok was playing before Rammstein gig. I heard this, that they were walking through the crowd from my friend later. So they walked in another state, these small states that was between the crowd, and music started and crowd was looking on the main stage still. They were playing this together with duo Jatekok, these girls who were playing the piano. And I have to say that what's stemma singing works better with Neil Morse. When the people sings different voices together, what is in English? Tell me, let me know. For some reason. They were playing Engel. I love that song, but I would have heard it with band. Seeman would have been better if you ask from me. This kind of version. But with bass guitar and piano. That would have been great. After the song they did crowd surfing with rubber dinghy or rubber boat. Keyboard player, by the way, had this yellow t-shirt that was saying please don't film me, but I have to admit that I filmed. By the way, even the concert started this speech in Finnish and in English that focus on concert and don't just film with your phones. And that was nice, because so often some people just whole concert they keep on just filming. I filmed a little bit also. Lindemann was on after they played Engel. Lindemann went to main stage and other band members came with rubber boats to stage, and Lindemann had this sign that was written Willkommen, and guess what? It means welcome. This was one thing I remember was so cool when I saw first time DVD. This DVD. And on here they used that rubber boat also, if I remember right. But at least they have been using that for some time. So many of these they did now, they have been doing many years. But hey, think about Alice Cooper, Guillotine, when he started to doing that, and he's still doing, or Money Throwing, when he played Billion Dollar Babies. So why not? Then they played Auslander. I like that new stuff. That's from new album. And then they played Du riechst so gut, but this is the old stuff, and this I like most. This old stuff. By the way, have you noticed how they sound sometime? AC/DC. If you haven't, listen more. You wouldn't think AC/DC and Rammstein at the same time so easily, but if you listen some parts from Rammstein, they're so AC/DC stuff. After Du riechst so gut, which means you smell so good. After that they played Pussy from Liebe ist für alle. This was only song from Liebe ist für alle album, and I understand. I think it is their weakest album, if you ask from me. But from Rosenrot album, they didn't take any song, I think. And by the way, this Pussy song is their weakest song. At least I think so. Why they had to sing in English? On American song, I understand. There is the reason for it. If you listen to it really careful, you understand why they sing in English. And on this song they had that thing spitting shampoo or something like that on the crowd. Well, I'm happy that it didn't reach me so well. So I didn't get wet from shampoo. Then 20th song was Rammstein from their first album Herzleid, and after Pussy song, this was so good. This was so good after that. That's why it's good if you play also not so good song. After that, some good songs feel so good. And I like this old stuff, I really like it. And again, nice flames, this time from backpack and from guitars. This so must be hard to plan because people want to see flames. How about if you want to do them different? People are waiting flames. You can't have flames all the time, but well, almost all the time there was some flames. There was so often if you compare another bands that I have seen. And when you look these pictures, you think, okay, you really have to know where you stand, because if you go too close, that must be bad. And last song, I was a little bit surprised. They played Ich will from Mutter. I was a little bit surprised that they didn't end to America. Well, I don't mind. I like this song maybe more than America. America isn't my favorite song, but it's really often played on radio, so I thought, big hit. They came to Tank, and here Lindemann even said something, otherwise he was just singing there, wasn't speaking so much between songs. And did he speak anything? I don't remember. Just maybe a couple of words. And at the end he even spoke Finnish. That is cool.
Tampere, kiitos paljon. Thank you very much. Dankeschön.
I feel sorry I didn't film when band was lifted up, because it ended nicely. When they went behind the screen, they were shown on screen, and then boom, everything went black. And then really soon they started clean everything away. It felt that before we were out, stage was already clean and they were taking everything down. And then there was piano outro from Sonne song. I guess it's from that duo. What it was called. What I was missing? Well, Seeman. I like that song. I love that bass guitar on that song. And why, oh why, they didn't take, let's say, Apocalyptica, play it together with it. They have made nice cover from it with Nina Hagen. And Apocalyptica would have been great warming act. Better than that duo, which nobody listened. And like I said, I am surprised that they didn't play America. I would have changed easily Pussy Way and played to America. One thing I don't understand. You were allowed to take half liter water with you, but it was opened at the gates and the cap was thrown away. Why? Well, I took another cap in my pocket, so I was smuggler. But it was easier to put cap on, and you can put it in inside your pocket easily. Kind of interesting that they played their own song on the background music before they started. That was interesting. That was weird. When Metallica was playing, they played totally different styles music, like Green Day or something. And now on Rammstein, when you were waiting, you were listening Rammstein from record. Well, I don't mind. It's good music. But this concert went to my top 3 concerts. Like visually, easily. There's Muse, Rammstein, and Kiss. Muse is still the number 1. It was so cool. And this was really long video, but I wanted to capture everything that I felt on that concert, so I can watch this video when I'm older, sitting in my sofa, and I can watch what I was doing when I was young. When I get older, losing my hair. Who said I'm having hair right anymore? Okay, and now I don't have any more voice soon, and I have to say, I liked, if you're able to see Rammstein, go and watch and have a nice time, and try to get place where you're standing quite close to stage so you can feel all the flames and the space that flatters your nose hole. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, it was crazy. But I have to say, I liked not the bass, but concert, flames, lights, and how everything was organized, except this bottle caps that I didn't like. I hate that kind of things. Bye bye.